The nickel is for the colonial ships. Closest any of them or any of us is gonna get to that grand life off-world. So come on now. What sort do you have in mind? 'Cause I got all kinds.
So I'm big enough and ugly enough to know that the Guardian's failing business model is tightly welded to a strategy of spewing a constant stream of loosely stooled clickbait, which is designed as much to enrage and annoy the rationally minded as much as it panders to the problematically puerile prejudices and preferences of modern day social justice warriors. I know these things are simply best ignored, but every now and then they pump out something so insanely stupid that it's impossible not to succumb to the overwhelming urge to hold a mirror up to the insane ideological idiocy of it all. Such as freelance film critic Anna Smith's headline, "Is Blade Runner 2049 sexist?" Now, in fairness to Anna, after pontificating for paragraphs about the film's problematic depiction of women, she does rather generously conclude that she wouldn't go as far as suggesting that the sisterhood should boycott it, which is good news for them, because I agree with The Guardian's more regular film critic Mark Kermode, who concluded that for once an industry infamous for commercial compromise has gifted us with a film that really is as good as the hype suggests. But while most of us have been marvelling at the stunning visuals, existential narrative sleights of hand, and inspirationally evocative performances from the likes of Carla Jury, Sylvia Hoeks, and Ana de Armas, all Anna Smith can see are women as decorative backdrops whose sole purpose is to pleasure men in a futuristic cityscape adorned with giant-breasted statues and ballet-dancing holograms. While the rest of us look on and wonder as Ryan Gosling's Kay wades through a dystopian swamp in search of a miracle, all she can see is a problematic hero whose key relationship is with a woman of his own creation who will submit to his every demand and can be switched on and off as he pleases. Now granted, I entirely concur with her conclusion that Blade Runner 2049 fails the much referenced Bechdel test, which is seen as some sort of measuring stick of a film's portrayal of women, but it does so with flying colours, and in doing so exposes its limitations, because in my humble subjective opinion, Blade Runner 2049 is a film with an entirely feminist message. It may bear absolutely no relation to the type of soulless, sexist, selfish, self-obsessed and entirely opportunistic strand of modern feminism that seems to be increasingly infecting the mainframe, but nevertheless it has an incredibly strong feminist message in the sense that I think most rational thinking people understand feminism to mean. Maybe at some point I'll do a video spelling out its obvious feminist credentials, because I can't really say much more without getting into spoilers. But if you have been lucky enough to have already seen it, and were paying the slightest bit of attention, then I suspect that you will entirely agree with me. And for any slow learners at the back, the clip at the start of this video is a massive clue.
Can't you see it too? There's an elephant in the room.